Good day children, Sai Ram. Welcome to the class of English New Voices. Children, we are going to start with a new lesson, that is lesson number 9, which is a poem. Children, I know that lesson number 8 is not done yet. But if I start it today, I won't be able to complete it before the Diwali vacation. And then there will be a long break, which I don't want. So today I will start with a poem, and after the Diwali vacation I will start with lesson number 8. So children, before I introduce the title of the poem, I would like you to answer a few questions. Children, can you tell me, why do we keep pets? Yes, as human beings, we love to be in the company of our pets, and they serve as a good companions. Companions means friends, and that is why we love to keep pet animals at home. Children, can you name some animals kept as pets by people? Yes, dogs, cats, fishes, parrots, tortoise, rabbits. Yes. Now, out of the animals that you mentioned just now, can you tell me which animal is commonly kept as pet by people? Which animal is commonly kept as pet by people? Yes, correct. Dogs. So today's poem is about a dog named Fred, and the title of the poem is My Dog Fred. This poem is written by Ken Nesbitt. Let us have a brief introduction about this poet. Ken Nesbitt, born in the year 1962, is an American poet who writes funny poems for children. His writings often include highly imaginative incidents before ending on a realistic note. Imaginative means something for which you have to form a mental image. Most of his poems also make fun of school life. He has written many books and poems including The Armpit of Doom, The Tighty Whitey Spider, and The Aliens Have Landed. So this is a brief introduction about the poet who wrote the poem My Dog Fred. Now here comes the speaker. The speaker of this poem is a child. Okay, he is the speaker of the poem, and this is his dog Fred. Okay, the speaker of the poem talks about his dog Fred in this poem. Now let us have a brief summary of this poem. The speaker of this poem tells us that he has a dog named Fred, but he does not do anything which normally a dog does. The child has listed down many things which his dog does not do. The child says that his dog does not play fetch. That is, he does not bring back the objects like ball or stick which is thrown far away. He does not play dead. That is, he does not lay still in one place without making any movement. He does not shake his hands, nor does he bark, run or play. He does not beg like other dogs. He does not roll on his back. He does not shake his body as other dogs do when they are wet or when they want to remove something of their body. The truth is that his dog Fred does not do any tricks like other dogs do. When people ask him why your dog does not do anything like other dogs, He simply tells them, that's because my dog has been looked after by cats. Okay. So this is the summary of the poem. Now let us go through the poem. Children, there are 4 stanzas in this poem. I will read each stanza and explain. I have a dog, his name is Fred. He won't play fetch, he won't play dead. Children, this is the first stanza of the poem. In this stanza, the speaker, who is a child, he is saying that he has a dog and his name is Fred. He does not play fetch and he does not play dead. So what is play fetch? Play fetch is a game which is usually played with dogs. In this game, we throw some object like a stick or a ball or any other object, and our pet dog goes and brings back that object for us. Okay. Here in this picture you can see that the boy is throwing an object which is a flying disc, but Fred, instead of going and bringing it back, he is just playing with the child. Okay. He is just standing near the child. Okay. He won't play dead. That is, he does not lay still in one place. Play dead means it is a game where the dog is asked to lie in a position without making any movement. Okay. So he does not play fetch. He does not play dead. He won't shake hands or sit or stay or bark or beg or run and play. So these are the things which normally a dog does. You must have seen dogs barking at strangers. You must have seen them running and playing around. You must have seen them begging. What do you mean by begging? Yes, begging means they sit on their back and raise their front legs in the air. That is known as begging. Okay. And he does not shake hands also. You must have seen, here you can see the boy is asking Fred to shake his hand. He is showing his hand so that Fred will shake his hand. But he does not shake hands also. Okay, when you normally show your hand to your pet dog and ask him to shake hand, what does he do? Yes, he raises his leg and keep it on your hand. That means he is shaking his hand with you. But Fred does not do that also. Here you can see a dog begging. That is, he is sitting on his back and he has raised his front legs up in the air. This is known as begging. And this is playing fetch. That is, a stick was thrown by the owner of this dog and the dog has brought back that stick to his owner. Okay. So this is begging, and this is fetching. This is fetching. He won't roll over, shake or crawl. In fact, he won't do tricks at all. So children, this is the third stanza of the poem. In this stanza, the boy is saying, the child is saying that he won't roll over. You must have seen dogs lying on their back and rolling. Okay. But Fred does not roll. He does not shake. He does not crawl. Shake means what? You must have seen dogs shaking their body vigorously when they are wet or when they want to remove something of their body. Okay, something has stuck to their body and they want to remove it. They can't use their hands to remove it. So what they do? They shake their body vigorously so that they can remove anything that has been stuck to their body. So Fred, he does not roll over on his back. He does not shake his body like other dogs do. He does not crawl also. You must have seen dogs crawling. Okay, that is keeping their body close to the ground. They crawl just like babies. Okay. In fact, he won't do tricks at all. That means he does not perform any tricks that a dog does. Okay. Here you can see a dog shaking his body vigorously so that he can remove the water that is there on his body. And this is crawling. See. Here you can see the body touched to the ground. Okay. The legs, the front legs and the back legs are kept on the ground and the body is also touched to the ground. And this way they move in front. Okay. This is known as crawling. Now this is the fourth and the last stanza of the poem. When folks ask why, I tell them that's because my dog was raised by cats. Now folks means people. When people ask the boy why your dog does not perform any tricks like other dogs, the child tells them that is because my dog was looked after by cats. Have you seen cats doing any of the tricks like dogs? No. So my dog was looked after by cats. That is why he has taken all the habits of a cat and he does not perform any tricks like a dog. Okay, I hope this poem is clear to you. Now let us read this poem once. My Dog Fred, written by Ken Nesbitt. I have a dog, his name is Fred. He won't play fetch, he won't play dead. He won't shake hands or sit or stay or bark or beg or run and play. He won't roll over, shake or crawl. In fact, he won't do tricks at all. When folks ask why, I tell them that's because my dog was raised by cats. Okay, children, now you will read the poem after me. My Dog Fred, written by Ken Nesbitt. I have a dog, his name is Fred. He won't play fetch, he won't play dead. He won't shake hands or sit or stay or bark or beg or run and play. He won't roll over, shake or crawl. In fact, he won't do tricks at all. When folks ask why, I tell them that's because my dog was raised by cats. Children, I hope this poem is clear. I'll explain once again. My Dog Fred, written by Ken Nesbitt. I have a dog, his name is Fred. He won't play fetch, he won't play dead. In this stanza, the speaker of this poem, who is a child, he is saying that he has a dog and his name is Fred. He does not play the game of fetch. That is, he does not bring any object that is thrown far away. Nor does he play dead. That is, he does not lay still in one place without making any movements. In the second stanza, the child is saying, he won't shake hands or sit or stay or bark or beg or run and play. In this stanza, the child is saying that he does not shake hands. That is, when he asks his pet dog to shake hands, he does not do that. He does not sit in one place. He does not stay. He does not bark at strangers. He does not beg. He does not run and play like other dogs. Now the third stanza. He won't roll over, shake or crawl. In fact, he won't do tricks at all. In this stanza, the child is saying that he does not roll over like other dogs on his back. Nor does he shake his body, nor does he crawl. In fact, he does not do any tricks like other dogs do. When folks ask why, I tell them that's because my dog was raised by cats. When people ask me, in this stanza the child is saying that when people ask me why your dog does not do any tricks like other dogs do, then I just tell them that is because my dog was looked after by cats. Okay? Children, I hope this poem is clear to you. Okay. So in the next class, we will discuss the textual questions. Till then, take care. Bye. Saira.